So She-Hulk, if you look, got removed from they don't have it in the Park Place. The promotional graphic actually is right here. Let me pull that up real quick. As you guys can see, they replaced She-Hulk with Deadpool. So they may be moving away from her. But the main thing that I did want to talk about in looking at this as still, even if you remove an ad or you remove She-Hulk and you add Deadpool, outside of Deadpool, I mean, being completely honest, it does, and maybe you can, I guess, include maybe Scarlet Witch in there, but
she's
does this
dead.
get you stoked? Well, that's also true. But does this get you stoked on like being dead serious as far as the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? This is really what they're putting their efforts behind these characters that you see right here. Obviously, the main one being the upcoming movie with Captain Black Falcon, American Man, and
that's going through
another
round of reshoots.
That's crazy.
Not even kidding. Out in February.
Yeah. Does it get pushed back again?
Does anyone give a shit?
That's also fair. I don't know. But yeah, obviously this movie is going to cost a lot, and Marvel's as far as the cinematic universe is in an interesting spot. They do have Fantastic Four on the horizon, but that's a little further down the line. And we'll see what happens with Black American Falcon Man. You got Ironheart on the way for sure, as well. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that.
Can't wait.
As well as, I think that's it, right? It's just that. Oh, Thunderbolts, excuse me. Pretty sure people are looking forward to that as well. And as we've seen with some of the other stars, I think we talked about it last week, how kind of the movie star might be dead now because Chris Evans was just starring in a movie with Rock, right? And we see that that's not doing that well. People loved him as Captain America, but I think we saw that immediately with the Buzz Lightyear movie as well, right? He's not the draw, but I don't think it's a him problem. It's a more, though he doesn't help himself out with some of his political views. It's an industry-wide problem where there's no movie star anymore. I mean, we were going over on Tuesday Night's Main Event yesterday. There's a couple of guys that made Tom Cruise of the world that make sell something if their name is attached to it, but not anymore. I mean, can you really think of seriously, like someone that's just going to put butts in the seats? I think it's just a different age now. People have all sorts of entertainment that they can choose from, they can select from. And, I look at it even myself, like I couldn't tell you the last movie I saw in theaters. It's just different. It's easy, let's say, to avoid watching film and TV these days, and there's a lot more independent options, streamers and stuff like that, and it's an industry-wide issue. So I honestly, I don't see, and maybe I don't know if you are. I'll send it to you here in a bit. If you are more optimistic than I am, I don't really see that Hollywood's going to recover from that. Like, I don't think it's going to go back to there being a star again. I think it's just the times have changed.
Look, the film star's dead. People are more interested in the character than the person now.
As Chris Evans has found out.
Yeah. So if you can find an actor that will step up and play Captain America well, Chris Evans will probably be forgotten in relatively quick time. Even Tom Cruise, I love Dead Reckoning. Oh, fucking hell.
It didn't make
Mission
money.
Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1 or whatever it's called. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It didn't make money. It lost money. And the trailer for the Final Reckoning, which looks fine to me, first trailer, hasn't exactly set the internet on fire either. So I think we've got to the point now where social media has killed the film star.
That's for sure.
Because they've thoroughly exposed who they are. They can't shut their mouths, and they're dumb as fuck. And so the mystique of the film star is forever gone. So while social media is active, those who choose to participate in it, I think, will never really garner much support one way or another. Because if you want to just play film star and just come on and go, thank you, everybody, then for some reason that's alt-right. And if you come on and you espouse far left ideology, then you alienate another half of the audience, or more, to be honest with you. So you can't really win either way if you're on social media, but you're best to just get off the fucking thing. And I also think, and I don't say this with ego, I just say this as how I sees it. I think the rise of the social media star, the YouTuber, the Instagrammer, the TikToker, I think that has replaced a lot of the film star, TV star, because these are, in a lot of cases, not all the cases, but in a lot of cases, these are people who are certainly more grounded or come from a grounded background, or at least they're relatable to their age groups, the respective age groups that want to watch them. And because there's such an eclectic group, there's somebody for everyone, whether you're an old timer watching an old timer.
No shortage of people to gravitate to.
So, and the fact that they produce content constantly,
right,
makes them way more relevant than somebody who puts out a movie once every few years, or a TV show once every couple of years, or whatever it may be. There's that latching on point. So no, and Hollywood ain't helping itself, obviously, with the types of films that they're putting out. They've got themselves in a rut. There's no ideas anymore. There's no spark. There's no imagination. It's gone. We're just making reboots and remakes and live actions of and they're not even any. They're not any good. The vast majority of them fucking just trash. We can't have comedy anymore because comedy is it's discriminatory, racist, and so you can't have that. You can't laugh at certain groups, even, but you can demonize others. So there's so much hypocrisy that goes on as well. So yeah, Hollywood is a victim of its own circumstance, and I don't care.
You do put it perfectly in like all of these different, like whether just pick your form of social media or video platform has replaced a lot of like, I guess, these superstars in general, like of any really entertainment industry. And I can speak for myself on that as well. You know, when I'm working, okay, and I have something that either is playing in the background, it's like people that are in our sphere. It's you're playing a game. It's somebody's live, even in our circle, bro. Not talking about everybody else, like people that are on our little corner of the internet. There's people that are always live. They're dropping content or whatever, and that has replaced, outside of video games, right? Has replaced for the most part the film and TV that I would consume before. Now, yeah, I have a little bit set of circumstances with like the company that I'm running. It takes a lot of time out of the day to do that. But I do think there's a similar story for a lot of you guys that are in the chat, where hell, that are watching us right now, where once upon a time it was TV and it was film. It's now streamer A and streamer B. And that's it. And to your point, there does seem to be that level of connectivity that Hollywood can't possibly replicate because they're fake. And I'm not saying that even as an insult. I'm saying that's kind of a requirement of the profession. So it almost worked against them. And though nobody actually saw that coming, they had that level of connectivity. Hollywood doesn't. They show that they didn't during the pandemic, if you will, when they tried to also jump into YouTubing and other things, and it was just bad. It was just not good. It was not relatable content. So I don't know if there'll ever be a recovery. I'm willing to put my money on that there's not going to be any sort of recovery because the times have just significantly changed. And I think everybody's holding on to this kind of old and broken, archaic model. But, you know, congratulations. A lot of that stuff, I think it would have been a far more, at least for your future, for their future, a more conducive like outcome, I guess, towards a more positive future if social media, if they didn't use social media as just their like sort of megahorn. And now we know exactly who these people are, and people are a little more definitely in this economy. They don't have to give money to people that hate them. They just won't. And it's the mystique is gone. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.